So, I pulled up Chapter 8, took another dive in Speedy's memories, which, we can't access here, in the info order files. Split second, fill in the blank, go get him, Tiger. And that's me with the Choose Your Own Adventure book in my hand going, let me thumb back through all the pages of the Choose Your Own Adventure book, because didn't even cross my mind at the time to write that down for later. Maybe it should have. So, the portrait, which even now, even in last video, I had remembered it as being like his fucking parents, was not it at all. It's a picture of a woman and a small boy. Geraldine and Gerald. Because, of course, that's how people fucking do photographs of themselves, or portraits, or whatever. Because that's how that goes with the... Listen, I'm just trying to cover for the fact that I didn't think of writing that down, okay? Like, in retrospect, I could see it, but I've been... No, I refuse to justify that. No, it's dumb. It's fucking dumb. Intergalactically stupid. So, like, is it gonna be the name of his mom? Or is it gonna be his name? Let's use his name. Gerald, over here! You scream at the top of your lungs. Stopping just short of rebellion, Kulik swivels towards you, caught completely off guard at hearing someone call him by his real name. You take the split second to generate a localized energy construct above Kulik, one shaped like a fly swatter. You then drop the energy swatter on Kulik's head, causing him to cry out in pain as energy riddles his body. Reacting instantly, Rebellion swings his fist around, catching the side of Kulik's mosquito head and dropping him like, well, a fly. Fantastic work, Rebellion says, turning to you. Those are exactly the kind of instincts we need in the American Protectorate. Nodding at Rebellion, you have to stop a smile from spreading across your face, because you just had a hand in saving your heroic idol and taking down the nation's most wanted power terrorist in one move, all on National 3V in front of an audience of millions. Your legend is bound to swell from that big move. Not to mention leaderboard points you're sure to have racked up after that. I wonder how much it really fucking matters. I guess at the end of the story we can take a look at the fucking legend guide and see how big of a deal that makes. 20 minutes later. Hasn't adjusted right now. You did it. The Hero Project just officially stopped the Infra-Order's bioterrorist strike and shut down Kulik. I guess I could have gone crazier on the fucking stats, huh? Oh well. Looking at this. Fucking shaking my head. Where did it go wrong? Where did it go wrong? Oh well. The Hero Project just officially stopped the Infra-Order's bioterrorist strike and shut down Kulik. This moment is pretty amazing, historic even. This is going to be the biggest news story of the year. Maybe even the decade. You were a part of it. That's all you can think about as you pose for pictures alongside Rebellion and the rest of the Final Eight. In front of the deactivated bioweapon and the detained Infra-Order. You're also feeling a bit woozy, but that's probably normal given the fact that you've been fighting power terrorists since 4 in the morning. The crush doesn't look so hot either. You wonder if he's actually coming down with something. Trying to ignore all that as the hollow flashbulbs pop in your face. You just hope that your leaderboard score will be high enough to avoid an 8th place elimination. Could be, right? I have a special announcement, Colton says, stepping out in front of the gathering in his usual suit and tie. Normally now would be the time for us to trim our numbers down to 7, but given this momentous victory, we here at the Hero Project think a celebration is in order. So the Final 8 around you begin to cheer at this news, and you have to admit you definitely think you deserve some time to enjoy this moment before the axe swings yet again. For all you viewers live with us, be sure to catch a special episode of the Hero Project tonight, which will show you all the behind-the-scenes footage you didn't get to see from this morning's coverage. And then we'll be back here on Wednesday, right after Election Tuesday, to announce which 6 finalists will be graduating from the Hero Project and joining the new president's premier-powered team, the American Protectorate. It's a jam-packed finale you won't want to miss. Hearing this, you can't help the butterflies forming in your stomach. All you can feel right now is... proud to be here. I'd like to now give Rebellion our judges a chance to... But Colton is interrupted by the sound of a piercing scream. The Crush suddenly doubles over, clutching his chest as he screams uncontrollably. You step forward just as Black Magic places a hand on the Crush's shoulder to see if he's okay. Then, without warning, the Crush screams louder and lashes out with telekinetic fury, sending Black Magic reeling backwards. It happens in an instant, and as the Crush passes out, all you can hear is the sound of Black Magic's bones snapping against the nearest wall. After that, there's only the sound of your own heart beating in your ears. Next chapter, Showdown. Let's do it. You're thankful that the fabric of your brand new costume feels breathable because you're going to be sweating bullets tonight. The Hero Project sprang for glammed up versions of everyone's costume for the big finale episode. Right now you get to show yours off on the formal red carpet. Wait, what? 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 Talk about dissonance here. The Hero Project sprang for glammed up versions of everyone's costumes for the big finale episode. Right now you get to show yours off on the formal red carpet. As exciting and exhausting as it is to be at such a big event, you can't help but be distracted by everything that's happened in the past 48 hours. The inevitable! The inevitable! Any word on Black Magic's condition? How do you feel about the... That'll be all for now, Gigi says, rolling out in front of you. The finalists need to get inside the theater for the show. Thankful for Gigi's blocking, all you can think as you follow him inside is that, even though all the eliminated finalists were invited to the finale along with the final 8, not everyone could be here tonight. What the fuck?! That shift fucking bothers me. Including Grandma, who couldn't bear to support you tonight. Not after what you did to get here. That hurt you quite a bit, but you didn't have the energy for another battle. You just hope that if you win, Grandma will see that what you did was all... No, I'm not fucking okay with this. Fucking... I'm so close to closing this damn story down and being done with this fucking book. What the actual fuck? Swerve! Okay. Let me reel it back in, folks. Okay. So did nothing just fucking happen with that? We just let that go? Are we gonna hear about it in frame within a frame? No, not frame within a frame, but like another fucking flashback? Because there needs to be a thing there, a confrontation with that. Today is a day most bittersweet, Colton says, speaking to the audience seated in the massive amphitheater. I'm so lost with this story now. I'm on tilt. I've been fucking derailed. You know, there are thousands of faces out there and millions more behind the cameras, but all you can see from your spot on stage with all the other finalists, current and eliminated, are the bright lights. Current! Fucking... What happened with the Crush? I don't give a fuck about... Today there is as much to mourn as there is to celebrate, Colton continues. But as we have always done here at the Hero Project, we must soldier on. For tonight we finally learn which American Protectorate heroes will rise. And there has never been a moment when heroes are needed more, Rexford says, taking over from the judges' panel. If Monday's events have proven anything, it is that we are entering a bold new era in American heroics, an era that also presents bold new challenges. Thankfully, our heroes are ready to face these challenges under the leadership of our brand new president-elect, who is here with us tonight to witness this momentous occasion, though it may be because he has an important finalist to root for. As the cameras all swivel towards the front row, Rexford leads the audience in a standing ovation for Mayor Victon. Scratch that. President Victon. Is this some sort of fucking nightmare we're having, just staring at the Crush? all the story teasing about, oh yeah, you're gonna totally do something against the fucking victim, just, I mean, it's not that I'm surprised, it's just now that after, like, I've been snapped into this from thinking, like, being in this, let's do this mode, I'm just, and now I'm gonna find reasons to bitch at everything. What happens when one of the most feared Infinity-class powers unleashes his terrifying abilities on one of the nation's most famous heroes, despite that fall from grace, right, Wink? It sparks a flame that spreads like wildfire across the country. The moment Black Magic and the Crush were wheeled away, the media storm began. Of course, the meek were the first to jump in, joined then by President Victon and the Hollow News networks. Anti-powered sentiment ratings exploded as wild theories regarding the Crush's outburst circulated. It was like watching a bubble burst, letting loose a tide of unresolved anxiety. You knew there was anti-powered sentiment simmering under the surface of this nation's politics after the death wave, but you had no idea it was this widespread. And all this happened the day before the presidential election, where powered regulation was one of the biggest hot-button issues, which led Victon to win by a rather terrifying landslide. Really? You suspect foul play? Fucking really? I'm disgusted that Victon won. The Crush and Black Magic were rushed to the hospital right after the incident, and there has been no word on their condition since. No one has been allowed to visit, so you're waiting to hear how they're doing with the rest of the nation. You're sure, I want to fucking fight him! Fucking break him up and like, throw him, suplex him, pile drive him like Rebellion did to Killick. So you're waiting to hear how they're doing with the rest of the nation. You're sure there will be an update during tonight's finale. There has to be. You can't stop thinking about Black Magic. I don't fucking care. I mean, I do partially care. Not knowing what has happened to her has been impossible. All you want to do is hug her and tell her it's going to be okay. You want to believe that Black Magic is going to be fine. But every time you try, you flash back to that snapping sound. And lose your senses all over again. There has also been very little word on what caused the Crush to lash out this way, or whether he was in control when he did. The Hero Project has been surprisingly tight-lipped on the subject, aside from a statement from Rebellion claiming the Crush exhibited no signs indicating he would do something like this, voluntarily or not. What do you think happened? Could the pump pills be a part of Crush's outburst? And if so, could Rebellion be involved with planning this, or was he just someone's unwitting pawn? And if this was indeed planned, who was it by? If Pump really is behind Crush's outburst, you should be very thankful you turned down Rebellion's offer. Even still, as the only Infinity-powered remaining in the finals, you're worried about what might happen to you next. We will have important updates as to the status of the Crush and Black Magic, as well as the full shutdown of Kulik's infra order, Rexford continues once the audience has settled back down. Also, we will still commence with the 2 planned eliminations tonight, so be sure to stay tuned. You plant yourself in your seat on the stage, wondering how tonight will play out. One way or another, it's sure to be a very... One of them has to be the Crush, right? 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 Is the other gonna be the other Infinity-powered person? Fuckers! It should be Black Magic. I mean, I wouldn't feel great about that, but... She's kind of fucked up right now. Maybe, potentially, possibly. We don't know. We have to wait along with the audience for the fucking updates. Because we never get any information, because it's been mind games this entire time. How does it feel to be powerless? We were more powerful in the first game. Sorry. This is dumb. Part of me is thinking that I should stop, and the other part is like, no. We're here. This sounds like the finish. We're chugging along towards it. Let's just keep going. It's sure to be a very memorable night. You sit on stage, trying to keep your frayed nerves from pulsing in your body. Yeah, I know what that's like. The Hero Project has been drawing out the live 2-hour finale as long as possible, waiting to announce anything important until the end. Just rolled my eyes. You sat through a dozen montages highlighting the competition, updates on Kulik and the Infra Order's incarceration, and live interviews of all the finalists and the judges. So now the stage is cleared of everyone except Colton and the present members of the Final 14. All the eliminated finalists, except Scoundrel, of course, who currently resides in a maximum security prison with the rest of the Infra Order, sit behind the remaining 6 finalists. Everyone is hoping, expecting the Crush, or the Crush! You're gonna fucking... What the fuck is wrong with you people? to come out and join the proceedings too, especially since the eliminations are about to begin. Alright, it's time we begin the task at hand, Colton says. I would like to turn to our judges for some important announcements about tonight's finale. Rexford clears his throat and puts on his best grim face as he begins to speak. Obviously, the question on everyone's mind must be the status of the missing 2 finalists from our final 8, and how it might affect our eliminations tonight. So to address the Crush's current condition, I'd like to turn to Rebellion. I don't know. First of all, I'd like to say that we all put our faith in the Crush. No one more so than me, Rebellion starts. No one can be as shocked or disappointed by this terrible outburst as I am. Still, I am pleased to report that the Crush is currently in stable condition and being sedated until such time that his powers are once again fully under control. I can also confirm at this time that the Crush did seem to lose complete control of his powers, though Heroologists are still working to determine how or why this might have happened. There's still so much we don't understand about Infini powers. Rebellion takes this moment to exchange a solemn nod with President Victon. Resident. That's a title that's going to be very difficult to adjust to, you can already tell. Whatever happened, it is clear to the Crush is in violation of the terms of his release from the Devoid. As such, we have no choice but to eliminate the Crush in 8th place, Rebellion finishes. So let me be clear, were the Crush here tonight, his leaderboard score would have qualified him for elimination regardless. No matter which way you cut this, the Hero Project and the American Protectorate will not tolerate such irresponsible and reckless displays. At this, the live audience erupts into applause. You look around trying to sort how you feel about this news. As an Infini-powered, it's very unsettling to see how the Crush is being treated. I don't think this Fame Monster concern is the primary engine right now so much as, what the fuck has happened? You can only hope this kind of treatment doesn't swing itself your way. That leaves us with our finalist vote for 7th place, Demichip announces after the applause finally dies down. Obviously, we are also missing Black Magic tonight, a hero who has worked so hard and sacrificed so much to make it this far in the Hero Project. I know all of our hearts go out to Black Magic as we wonder how she is doing. Unfortunately, as a result of the Crush's brutal and unprecedented attack, Black Magic remains in a comatose state. A team of top Heroologists and doctors are attending to her in hope for a full recovery. But at this time, they cannot confirm whether Black Magic will wake up from this coma. As this news travels across the auditorium, you can feel the... Ow. Damn it. Feel the mood turning. Whatever anyone's feelings on Black Magic might have been, no one wanted to see something like this happen to her, or any hero, for that matter. Feels like a little part of me has died, hearing this news about Black Magic. All you want to do is have Black Magic here, to see her again. You can't even begin to fathom the thought that you might not get to. There is so much at stake tonight. Our 6 winners will receive a total sum of $100,000 and sign a 1-year contract with America's first government-sanctioned national powered team, the American Protectorate. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, one that will change our heroes' lives forever, Rebellion picks up, so we judges do not take this decision lightly. What happened to Black Magic is a terrible tragedy. We wish her a swift recovery, but to our great regret, we still have to move forward in the competition, and have no choice but to eliminate her in 7th place. As Rebellion finishes, your stomach flips over in your body. Not just because of how things turned out for Black Magic, but because you realize that we have our 6 winners right here, Rexford finally screams, causing the crowd to burst into hysterics. Here they are, America! Bolton then shouts, running across the stage, I give you your founding roster of the American Protectorate. Inherit, Jury, Wintry, Stage Show Summit, and the Ineffable. As you hear Colton scream your name, your entire body goes numb. After everything, all of the sacrifice and heartache and loss and hard work, you finally did it. You won the Hero Project. All of your dreams just came true. Did they? Did they? Also, I should have fucking gone crazier with that shit. I didn't know how much fighting there was gonna be. This resource management that I did in the first game has just punished me in this second game. I mean, I won and I succeeded, but I'm fucking glaring at this. I could have gone crazier, man. Crazier. How is it that I choose that now's the time to fucking unleash my infinity powers and damn it feels good? And then just through dedicated energy blast, just... Man, it all fucking fell apart over these last few chapters. Or maybe it just wasn't fucking right from the start. As you stand beside the other American Protectorate heroes under a shower of confetti, all you can feel is happiness. No! Wrong! Your mind scrolls through the past 5 months all the way back to the general auditions. You've been through so much since that day to get here. The semi-finals, the Herologist pre-show Infinity Warning, surviving the final selection and advancing to the live finals, moving the contestant mansion as part of the Final 14, the missions against Kulik at the Midtown Tunnel in its castle headquarters, surviving 3 leaderboard eliminations and 2 votes, navigating the politics of the backstabbing, losing and gaining allies. But after all of that and so much more, you, Inherit, Jury, Wintry Stage Show, and Summit all won the Hero Project. And while it may not be exactly the roster you would have hoped for it, the American Protectorate you're a part of, that's all that... I swear to you. It's taking everything in my power to not close this game. The Ruthless Strategist, Fame Monster, Ineffable is entirely, like, just burning in a dumpster fire right now. It's not okay. It's not all that matters. The president think that's right there. Because the crash had been fucking set up with pills that Rebellion tried to give me. Because black magic or romance is fucked up. And it probably would have happened to Lucky too if she had been here instead. With different choices. Jury is on this fucking team along with Inherit. Oh my god, this entire team! All of these people! At least Fumble is gonna feel great about us, right? We did it, we stuck with it, and helped Stage Show, right? Wintry doesn't feel great about us, I'm sure. Summit, Jury, and Inherit, oh, this is so fucked. Win no matter what, huh? Is it really a victory? Your only wish is that Grandma and Jenny were in a place to celebrate this victory with you. And you'll find a way to make it up to them. Because you just became one of the nation's most famous, powerful, and legendary heroes. 5 minutes later. Once all the confetti has fallen and the judges have taken the stage to congratulate you winners, Colton asks everyone to take their seats once again, which is odd since you thought this would be the big finish of the finale. It appears that the producers might have one last trick up their sleeves. One that you figure out as you see President Victon walk up to a podium on stage, with the ever-stylish Mrs. Victon at his side. This definitely isn't the way you would have wanted to end your experience on the Hero Project, but you suppose you had better get used to seeing the Victon's faces a whole lot more for the next 4 years. Also, I suppose President-elect doesn't matter in 2100-ish or whatever this I suppose those rules could have been changed too. He's the president now, damn it, not the president-elect. We wouldn't want to keep writing that. First of all, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all the Hero Project's winners who have now become founding members of the brightest hero franchise this nation has ever seen, the American Protectorate. Victon pauses, letting the applause wash over him before continuing. And of course, I'd like to congratulate my son, Jury, on growing into the kind of hero and the kind of man I always knew he'd be. I'm proud to serve America standing alongside my family. When you rest your head at night, always know that the Victons will have you covered. Despite another enormous reaction from the audience, you don't think you'll ever find that a particularly comforting notion. Choosing these incredible heroes and electing me as your next president was a call, America. A call for greater vigilance as we discover exactly what powered abilities mean for the future of our nation. And that is a call I mean to answer, a call that the American Protectorate is more than prepared to answer, for there is much work to be done. While this is a night to be celebrated, it is also one that stands for much more. We arrived here at this joyous occasion with some momentous victories, but also only after surviving some terrible tragedies. If the American Protectorate have proven anything, it's that powered terrorists like Kulik and the Infra Order will not be tolerated. But there is something else we have risen to condemn, and that is infinity disasters like the one perpetuated by that true wolf in sheep's clothing, the Crush. I stand here to admit to the American public that I place the full weight of the Crush's failure on my own shoulders, as the one who had the greatest hand in placing him here. No one wanted to believe that the Crush had changed more than me. I truly believe that the sickness within him had been cured by our powerful rehabilitative infrastructure, an infrastructure I have dedicated my career to building. And for a time, it appeared to me, to all of us, the Crush had done all he could to redeem himself. But the power within the Crush, the untold levels of infinity ability, was more than he could handle. And it is our job now to ask if this kind of power is more than any person can handle. Yes, I made a grave mistake with the Crush, but it is not a mistake I intend to make, ever again. That is why my first act as President-elect will be to announce a new initiative, one that will be administered through the American Protectorate to ensure that infinity disasters like the Crushes will not be allowed to happen ever again. We're going to launch a nationwide campaign to learn all that we can about Infinity-class powers and help Infinity-powers control their considerable talents, harnessing them for maximum good. And we're going to use the resources of our enemies to do so. As President Victon says, this machine is rolled out on stage, but not just any machine. It's Kulik's anamorphing bioweapon, retrofitted, rearranged, and repainted gold and green. What the slugger is this? In conjunction with meek movement scientists, we have found a way to use the groundbreaking technology used for evil by Kulik and reconfigure it for good, as a tool to help Infinity powers regulate their considerable abilities. In the very near future, we will be asking all Infinity-powered citizens to come to a national research center for comprehensive power testing, and if necessary commit to Infinity therapy using this stunning new piece of technology. We're calling it the Infinity Regulator, a groundbreaking therapeutic tool that helps to dampen Infinity powers. As Victon keeps talking, you feel more and more uneasy. I'm gonna have to find a way to stop this. This is a dumb radio option. Yeah, that's not happening to us. Although this initiative will not take place until I've officially taken my seat in the Oval Office, I would like to join Rebellion, the leader of the American Protectorate, and Rexford Schillers, the team's CEO and chief liaison, in asking our valued Infinity member, the Ineffable, to volunteer himself as the first participant in this bold new initiative. Volunteer myself? That's not how volunteering works. As you hear this, all of the blood in your veins turns to ice. Victon wants you to slugging do what? The Ineffable has proven himself a shining example of Infinity heroics, President Victon says, his eyes falling directly on you. And as much we would like him to join us in this show of faith in front of all of America, to see that the Victon administration and the American Protectorate will be committed to enforcing proper Infinity-powered regulation. So what do you say, the Ineffable? Will you be the first to demonstrate the amazing Infinity-dampening innovations we have provided in service of the American public? As President Victon finishes, Rexford and Rebellion step up beside you, ushering you forward towards the Infinity Regulator. The stage seems to spin around you and nothing feels real. What is happening here? They can't possibly be asking you to do what you think they're asking you to do. You look across the stage at Jenny in her null suit, desperate for some kind of insight. And although you can't see her face, she tells you all you need to know with a simple shake of her head. You know that whatever you do in this moment, all of America has its eyes on you. Not just as a representative for Infinity-class powers everywhere, but as a representative of the next era of American heroics. So what are you going to stand for? Agree with President Victon's platform, but declare I will never trust him after what he did to threaten me and ruin my life? Nah. Allow my Infinity powers to be dampened to save face the public? I'm tired of the persecution I've faced? Nah. Save my spot by listening to my superiors? Nah. We're refusing to submit to Victon's will. Like that. I guess I could do number one with a middle finger. I mean, I guess. But I might need my power. Because maybe the other... It could be possible that we're forced to try and do something. Or, like, we're forced to, like, try and do this. Retrofitted, reversed engineered. If we did this, would it matter? Would they just be able to remake one? Would this initiative even come up? What occurs? Would I be allowed to try and actually even destroy it? Did say that Slugger, I'm gonna be the one who has to stop this, huh? Fuck it. Fuck it. We're already on the American Protectorate, right? Couldn't possibly be removed, right? Already built. Fuck it. Fuck this. Fuck Victon. Fuck everything. I'm... Full tilt mode is, I think if I weren't so damn aggravated, I'd pick this. But I just... I want to see what happens. I don't believe in your vision, Victon. Your version of America doesn't look anything like mine, you say, raising your hands to blast. So Slugger your weapon of persecution. Before anyone can stop you, a nuclear-boosted energy blast charges around your hands, ready to rip into Victon's regulator. You let the blast loose, but find that it splashes against a golden shield, one that Inherit is wrapped around the Infinity Regulator at the last second. The Ineffable has lost control of his Infinity powers, just like the Crush, President Victon shouts into the podium microphone. American Protectorate, take the Ineffable down. You know that isn't true for 1 second. You've never been more in control in your entire life. President Victon is trying to set you up clear as day. The heroes that begin to descend upon you, heroes you stood beside not too long ago, don't seem to care about that. They're too on edge after what happened with the Crush to stop and think. Yeah, it's a whole setup for the Ineffable, right there in front of the public. I get a sense that this was gonna fucking happen anyway. Didn't actually deplete our power, though. You don't have a spare second to reflect upon the million betrayals and injustices just committed against you. But you do know this. Ginny was right. The Hero Project must have always had an anti-Infinity agenda, one that just placed its crosshairs on you. You don't know who exactly is behind this, but if this is what you can expect from Victon's regime, you have to stand and fight. Now. So that's exactly what you're going to do. You survey the scene. There are 6 different targets lining up to take you down. The meat ship in Rexford guarding the Infinity Regulator, the Meek security guards and the President's Secret Service, Wintry and Stage Show, Summit, Jury and Inherit, Rebellion. As you decide who to handle first, Ginny jumps into the fray, her null suit primed to go. I'm not doing this for you, the Ineffable. I'm doing this because it's right. Null shouts as she charges away at Rexford and the Infinity Regulator. But you also need to know that before Null can finish her sentence, the meat ship steps into Null's path, arming her considerable body arsenal. Looks like it's going to be a battle of the Robo-Ladies. Which means you need to fight your way through the other targets to get over to Ginny, since she must have something from her investigation to tell you about all of this. So you step forward to fight, activating your meat ship warning system. This battle will be against so many hunties, you got to focus on making the smartest fighting choices to make it out alive, boo. You best make appropriate power choices for each target. Oh, well, now will my resource conservation matter? And there won't be no support. You have to keep track of your power and health levels in order to live. If my character can fucking resolve almost all this shit by himself, they might have a fucking point about this infinity power thing. We saw how powerful the Crush was, right? Before you can even get through the American Protectorate, a swarm of Secret Service agents take President Victon away. They don't seem to want anything to do with you, which is fine. You have enough to deal with for now. The meek will not stand for this display, Constance shouts from her own front row seat, pointing her detail of armed guards in your direction. Slugging great. Before the guards can reach you, a DRPR SWAT squad appears from the rafters to neutralize the meek guards. You had no idea they'd be here, but it looks like your help with Ginny's DRPR investigation is paying off. As you move on, you can't help but think that if there's DRPR support here, Ginny must have uncovered something pretty nasty. With the meat guards taken care of, you find Wintry and Stage Show coming for you next. It's no surprise these sheep would do whatever they're told, even if it's persecuting fellow powered heroes, or former friends. You certainly are not their friends. As the women run at you, they start firing ice-cased laser bombs. You flip above a laser ice bomb and it shatters on the floor, sending laser light beams shooting across the stage. You're about to launch an attack, when suddenly you find Fumble standing beside you, ready for... Wait, what? What the slugger? This may not be very smart of me, the Ineffable, but I owe you one. Fumble starts pounding his fist together. And I won't stand for this genus crap. Besides, someone needs to tell my wife she has lost her slugging mind. The bio has talked about, like, how, like, they fought each other before, like, a very, like, impassioned relationship. Alright. Sure. As Fumble runs at Stage Show, gearing up for a tackle, you can't decide whether Fumble's really on your side or if this is just a ploy to get back in the spotlight with a highly public marital feud. Either way, you're thankful for whatever help you can get right now. You would have had to take Stage Show and Wintry down on your own if not for the support. And as you turn to look across the stage, you see producers escorting Mock Girl, the Bear, and Lucky off the scene. It looks like they're not on the Ineffable bandwagon after what you did to Jenny. Really? That's why they're not on the bandwagon? Is it because I betrayed Mock Girl after lying to her face? Or you're going to have to handle the rest of this battle on your own. A fact you realize just as Summit comes swinging for you. Of course Summit would back up Victon's powered regulation. He must be thrilled with all these developments. And you can tell that he is, since he smiles as he arms his energy bow and arrow mid-swing. Come to think of it, that's probably the first time you've ever seen Summit smile. Smile wipes from his face as you step forward to attack. Okay, no warning system interfering here. Let's do power conservation. Summit is not powered. He's got a bow and arrow. Just fuck it, get out of my face. Go shoot at me from a distance, you asshole. Go home. Before Summit can make a move, you fly at him super fast and generate an energy hammer which you use to knock him into the audience. Summit's suit may protect against the energy shock, but at least this frees you up to finally face off against Jury. Jury is joined by Inherit, and both of them run at you from opposite sides, encased in Inherit's golden shields. They obviously mean to crush you between the rock-hard shields. Your infinity superiority complex will not stand. The meek shall inherit the earth. Always knew you were a bad seed, rookie. Just like those degenerate parents of yours. Oh, you are really going to enjoy this one. Why don't we target that mead ship with an energy surge? You know that Inherit shields are generated by his meek mead ship. You know your powers have a knack for disrupting electronics. With a snap of your fingers, you disrupt the meek mead ship with your energy powers. You're doubly pleased to find this deactivates Jury's mead ship too. Another helpful hit from your investigation with Jenny. Inherit and Jury still come at you, not yet realizing that their shields have dropped. Sweet slugger, this is going to be good. Wrapping both of your hands in oversized energy fists, you spin midair and listen to the cracks as you knock Inherit and Jury in their smug jaws. Spinning back to the stage, you have to admit that those may have been two of the most satisfying hits of your career. As Inherit hits the ground, you triple his body's gravity, sending him down through the stage to whatever is below. Just then, Jury comes back at you and tries to hit you from behind. You spin under his blow. You then launch up into the sky with Jury in your grip, rising high so that the cameras can't hear what you're about to say. I will not stop until I take down your entire family. The feeling is mutual, cutie, Jury spits. So you let Jury go and send him rocketing back to the ground with one last punch. Settling back on the ground, you feel really good until you see Rebellion standing in front of you, and a chill runs through your entire body. You are the last person on the planet I'd expect this from, Rebellion, you say. It may not be perfect, but it's all you can think to say in the moment. Took the words out of my mouth, Rebellion says, coming at you full force. This is most definitely not a fight you want, but it's a fight you have to win. Okay. I don't know how much further this goes. I was warned about energy conservation. I don't know whether all those fucking fights, like, I don't know how many things I may have avoided through my choices. Like, it seems like because Fumble owed me, he fought Stage Show because I did, like, the investigation, like, fucking guards were taken out, but I don't know how much further I would have to do. Like, I don't know where we go from here, so... Let's Solar Flare him. That move has always worked out well whenever someone powerful is charging you, and let's dunk on him through a little bit of cunning and scheming. You let Rebellion come close for his next hit, priming for an energy flash. But Rebellion is faster than you expect, knocking you in the side with a swipe strike as you emit your energy flash. You double over from the pain, but also find that your flash that did not go quite how I envisioned it would, but he's been knocked clear across the stage. Not missing a beat, Rebellion pops back up to his feet and comes at you once again faster than you ever could have expected. Without giving you time to react, Rebellion forces you to go toe-to-toe with him, sending powerful punches your way rapid fire. You manage to dodge and block the blows. Rebellion may be insanely good, but you've studied his moves for years, and you know how he likes to fight. Frustrated, Rebellion throws a wild mega punch, one you duck under and swivel around, managing to catch him in the side with a heel kick. You then spin into an uppercut, sending Rebellion back across the stage. You take a moment to breathe and smile. The entire nation just saw you win a sparring session with its #1 hero. Not to mention the fact that Rebellion really deserved to take a few hits, after how this has all gone down. But then you pull yourself back together. That attack might have done the trick for now, but you know Rebellion will be back for more. Much faster than you'd like. Before any of the American so we really did just fucking dispatch all those people. Huh. Okay. Sure. Whatever. Before any of the American Protectorate can come back for round 2, you fly towards the other end of the stage, where Jenny stands over the Meat-Chip's limp robo-body. Next to that, Rexford sits restrained beside the depowered Infinity Regulator. No, we won't have more than a few seconds, you say, landing at her side. What's our next move? You want to tell him, or should I? Null says, eyes on Rexford. You say one word, and I will end you! You'll never work in Millennia City, no, this entire country ever again! Suit yourself, Null says, turning to make sure the camera orbs floating around the scene are still recording. Then she turns to you, obviously ready to drop some new bomb. Rexford was using Scoundrel to communicate with Kulik and coordinate all of the Hero Project missions against the Infra Order. And that's a pretty big no-no as far as the DRPR is concerned. As Null speaks, you scramble to put the pieces together. Questions race through your brain. You force yourself to pay attention as Null keeps speaking. This was the conspiracy I was sent into the Hero Project by the DRPR to uncover, Null finishes. Although I wasn't able to complete my investigation because of the ineffable, the DRPR believes this plot may go even deep. Lying sluggers! I won't let you ruin me! Not again! He screams. You turn towards Rexford, who has somehow gotten loose from Null's restraints and stands behind the Infinity Regulator, which he has reactivated, and pointed directly at Jenny. She doesn't have fucking powers. Like, she's unpowered. Fuck it, take it a hit. You throw a shield around yourself and fly forward as Rexford blasts Jenny, trying to ignore her screams from behind you as the blast lands. But as you do, Rexford spins the Infinity Regulator in your direction and fires again, causing a stream of clear waves to shoot from its needle point. You get ready to fire back after the wave blast clears against your shield, except it doesn't. Instead, the Infinity Regulator wave pierces your shield and catches you in the chest. And then you can't feel... So let me get this straight. Okay, so... we're not quicker than Rexford is on his fucking reflexes after dispatching all of those other powered heroes? Desperate, adrenaline-fueled Rexford, but we're also desperate and adrenaline-fueled, so... Sure.